Hello, and welcome back to another Rise of Empires Ice and Fire video with me, Mr. Gill. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for all of your previous views, likes, comments, suggestions, subscriptions, and all of that jazz. Keep up the good work. We currently, as it stands, have 11 members of the channel. I would like to make that 20 by the end of the week, so consider signing up to become a member. There should be a joining button somewhere on the screen. And if you become a member, then I say your name in the live streams, which happen every week. That's coming soon. What day is it today? It's Sunday. There's a live stream on Tuesday. Oh, awesome. Fun. I'll join that. Well, I should join that. I should be there. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for all of that baffling at the start. Baffling. What's the word now? Bumbling around at the start of this video. Today we're going to be talking about what troops you should be training as you start up your castles. Now, remember that this series is about some of the back to basics. If you've played this game many times before, you probably know all of this sort of stuff. If you're just starting out, then hello, welcome to the game. I hope you enjoy it. This video is designed to tell you what to focus on in terms of your troops. Now, there are three types of troops in Rise of Empire. There are cavalry troops, there are archery troops, and there are footmen troops. They are all trained in these various houses here, the barracks, the archery range, and the stables. At the start of the game, you can build... I think up until castle level 8, you build the barracks and the archery range, and then at castle level 8, I believe, or 7, you're able to build the stables. Which one should you be focused on? Well, to begin with, the game is going to require you to level these buildings to a certain level anyway. I believe to get to castle level 16, you will have to have all of them at least building level 13. I'm pretty sure if I remember rightly, and I'm damn sure I do. So, at the start, if you just started out, it's not super important which one is leveled up because they will all eventually have to be leveled up. However, all of these types of troops have different sorts of benefits. Okay, so obviously, it basically goes that the infantry guys or the footmen here are the strongest. The archers here have the best defense, and the cavalry here are kind of the fastest, if you think about it in a simplified sort of way. Early game, you're not necessarily going to need huge amounts of strength. While strength is important during, say, the kill events, early game, unless you're going hardcore to be an absolute killer, raider, maniac, war man, or war woman, or war child, or war anything in between, and everybody's all good, you don't necessarily need massive amounts of infantry. However, looking far forward to Reign of Chaos, I keep on wanting to call it Rise of Chaos. Looking far forward to Reign of Chaos, you will be wanting quite a lot of power. So that's where your footmen or infantry are going to be coming into their own. So, early game, I highly recommend that you kind of do a split focus between cavalry and infantry. Cavalry, you're going to want because of their speed and also their carrying capacity in terms of gathering or looting. They're able to carry more stuff, which is a nice thing. It's a very, very nice thing. You can see here that I've got their stables up until castle level, let's go like this. So this is stable level 10. So that means I can currently train tier 4 troops. Wait a second. Let's just speed up this training. Sorry. I should have planned this a little bit better. Let's just speed this up because I want to make sure that I'm right when I say I will use that gem. Fine. Click here. So I can currently train at stable level 10. Yeah, tier 4 troops. I was correct. Heavy cavalry. Okay. So that's what I'm kind of currently focused on, is getting a load of these and filling up my first class legion. Now we can see here, if we pop it into class legion, you can see I've got heavy cavalry here. But I still don't have enough. Oh, yes, I do. Oh, no, just not enough to be able to put it in the second and third slots here. But that is my intention. Once that is full, I'm going to kind of settle with the cavalry for a little bit. And I'm going to start training up some infantry. Now, again, as I said, I'm looking very far forward in terms of the Reign of Chaos. So I do want some of my infantry. I want infantry to be available. And I want infantry that I can promote at a later date. So for now, as I said, I'm kind of more focused on, whether I can gather and not killing anybody. That's not really what I need to be doing at the moment. It's a very early state. But I am thinking far ahead and going, at some point, I'm going to need a whole load of infantry or footmen. So I keep on calling them infantry, but they are footmen. And my earpiece fell out. So that's my secondary thing. Now, most people in the game are going to be training cavalry. So if you want to be a crazy ass raider, Then think about only purely training infantry, because you're going to be able to kill everybody else who's been purely training cavalry. So that's kind of an option as well. If you want to be a crazy ass raider, maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should just train a lot of infantry and kill everyone. Everybody down below is going to say, yes, you heard, it's a war game. And I'm going to say, remember, it's not really a war game. It's actually a farming game with elements of teamwork. It's nothing to do with war, really. You can play this whole game without fighting anyone. And you would not be less strong than anybody else. It is purely a grinding game. If you can grind well, you'll be all right. But yeah, so on a basic level, I'm going to say train cavalry first, and that's what I've always done, and that's what I'd say the majority of players and people I know do. Because of the speed, because of the load capacity, they get some cavalry done. Because you're going to have to, anyways, you're going to have to level up these buildings, you may as well be training some of the others. The only ones I don't really care about are the archers. I just think they kind of sit in the middle, and they're not very useful at all. But if you want to go crazy and kill everyone, then definitely start training up some infantry. If you're looking forward to the Reign of Chaos, definitely have a mix between infantry and cavalry. You definitely want a full legion of infantry for Reign of Chaos. It's going to be that much easier to do a one hit on a tile. If you don't know about Reign of Chaos, search the channel. You should find some videos that will hopefully explain a little bit of it, some of the basics at least. I know there's some videos on my channel somewhere about Reign of Chaos. But don't stress too much. Just start thinking, I want cavalry for speed, and I want infantry for strength. Yeah, and just kind of focus on those two. And that will also tie into the research that you're going to focus on, which we've talked about in another video as well. Anyway, that's kind of my 2 cents on this. I had somebody criticize me the other day in the comments saying, all you're doing is basically giving information that's in the game. And that's all I've been doing for roughly nearly 18 months now, is giving basic information in the game, but kind of trying to explain it in a little bit of a more simple way. There are tactics, strategies, a little bit more complicated stuff. However, I don't really try and explain that, because at the end of the day, once you've done the basic stuff, you should know how to play the game. And you'd be surprised how many comments I get, how many personal messages I get through Discord of people asking about just basic level stuff that I would say, is kind of easy to find within the game itself, but a lot of people find that they need a little bit more explanation, some of the basic stuff of the game, which is what this video series is designed to do. We're going back to the basics, and we're just talking about things as simply as we possibly can. And I really looked, and I think I have a video on training cavalry from a year ago. I think I really went in and I kind of thought about this hard, and I still came up with that cavalry are the best to train early game. But I've modified my previous belief in that I really do also want some infantry for Reign. Oh man, I've been saying these words now for over a year, and I still get confused. Rise of Chaos, Reign of Chaos. I still really think, nowadays, I have a firm belief that I really want some footmen for Reign of Chaos. So that's what I'm doing. A mix of cavalry and a mix of footmen. Let me know down below what you think. Let me know if you agree with me. Let me know if you don't. If you comment on the video, it massively helps the algorithm, so please do. It's absolutely fantastic. Give it a like if you can. Subscribe if you want it. As I said, let's try and get to 20 members this week. It's kind of, it's a nice thing. It's a happy thing. And make sure you join the live stream. If you're a subscriber on the channel, you should see it in my community page. There should be a little thing saying when the next live stream is. So you can kind of tick the box and be alerted when we go live. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope you've got plans to eat some cheese. You know what I would say today is let's do sweet cheese. Let's make a cheesecake. Get some cream cheese from the shop, maybe some fresh strawberries, whip that all up, a little bit of egg, a little bit of butter, cook it however you like, depends on the cheesecake you're making. Maybe a New York style cheesecake or a chilled cheesecake. You could just do a basic chilled cheesecake. Maybe some mascarpone and some cream cheese, bit of a bit of sugar. Yeah, some fresh strawberries. Maybe make a kind of strawberry jam type thing. So cook the strawberries down, a little bit of sugar. So let's say it's a sweet cheese day today. Yeah, so get some kind of cheesecake thing going on. If you don't want to make a cheesecake, go buy a cheesecake. Actually, I'm going to go buy a cheesecake. There's a cheesecake shop around the corner. I forgot about that. Okay, going to go buy a cheesecake. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you again soon. Bye.